Why are you so loud? Shut the fuck up. Hi, I'm Emma and welcome to my van tour. This is the old lady, 2001 Mitsubishi Delica. It's been beautiful, been serving me well for the last, how long have I had it? 2 years? 3 years? I think it's 3 years now. But I'm not a full-time van lifer. I'm a weekender. I would love to be a full-time van lifer. Goals, you know what I'm saying? This old girl, I am thinking about selling her. I am planning on selling her, I should say. And I have a new vehicle in mind, which I'm sure you'll see shortly. But before I sell the old girl, I thought I'd do a tour and show you my setup, show you how I've been running things in the van for weekend camping trips and the like. It's actually my daily driver as well. So one of the reasons I am selling is because it's not very good as a daily driver. It's big, cumbersome, heavy on fuel, and I'm just looking for something else. But it's been pretty awesome as a camper van. I bought it for $13,000 with 90,000 K on it, which is not bad. I will probably end up selling it for about the same amount. And as far as modifications, I put a roof rack on it, I put the awning on it, and I have a bed in the back, which was a pre-built bed. All up, I think maybe I've spent $1,000 or less on extras, modifications. So, you know, for under 15 grand, I've been able to do a lot. I've traveled all up and down the east coast of Australia. I've done Tasmania, full lap of Tasmania. So doesn't really get much cheaper than that as far as camper vans go. Not the most comfortable setup, but it does the job. One of the more unique features of my vehicle is the wide variety of spiders that inhabit said vehicle. This is actually a theft deterrent because ain't no one stealing my van if it's covered in spiders. So firstly, I'll show you the front section of the van. So in the front, we just have a giant pile of shit. This is actually all my camera gear, which I'm currently using, hence why it's so messy. But you can see the dash is all in Japanese, so I have no idea what any of it says. I just press buttons and it does stuff. But see, it's really comfy. The armrests are quite a nice addition. If I can pop it down, you sort of have those comfy little setups, and it's quite a wide gap. So I can easily jump from the driver's seat into the back, which I will show you now. So this is kind of cool. The bottom step kind of comes out when you open the door. Makes it easier to get in, especially for short people. Here's my setup. It's a bit of a mess. It's very unorganized, but it does the job. It does the job, and that's kind of what this van is all about. The curtains, as you can see, are super handy for privacy. They were there when I bought the van. I did not install them myself. As far as power and refrigeration, I've got this little battery pack that I got from Anaconda, I think. And it lasts a couple of days, I reckon, to run my fridge. Lasts a good couple of days, 2-3 days. I also have a solar panel that I can plug into it, but I rarely ever use it because it's a hassle setting it up, and I'm a weekender, as I said, so I don't usually need it for long periods of time. But this is a good setup for anyone who doesn't want to go through the hassle of configuring the electronics on the van and like hardwiring extra batteries into the van and hardwiring a solar panel on the roof. Obviously for a permanent setup you might want to do that, but just a portable battery and a fridge from King's, It's a decent sized fridge. Not sure how many litres, but it fits everything I need pretty much. So yeah, it's a good setup. Just got dry goods in here. This little baggie is just my extras. Got some mosquito repellent, some bog roll in case, some pegs for the awning, just whatever I need. I've got my stove just tucked away in there. I've got my kitchen stuff there. In the back there, I've just got my chairs and tables tucked away, and I've kind of just packed them all here as well. But here's my bed setup. So I bought this bed frame. It came custom cut out and made from a company whose name I can't remember, but I'll find out shortly. It's basically like a giant Lego piece, and you just slot it together, and it works really well. You can pull it out and have a bigger bed. And I got the mattress custom cut from a rubber company, Clark Rubber or ACT Rubber or something. They did a custom job, and it's pretty comfortable. I can use it as a seat type arrangement or pull this out and have a bigger bed, but I usually just do the single bed arrangement so I have a bit more space. So this is a great configuration for sleeping. I don't really like sitting in the van or hanging out in the van. I don't have a table or anything, and it's not really comfy to sit in for long periods of time, so I tend to just leave it as a bed. So now looking at the boot as I weave my way around my theft deterrents. All those lovely theft deterrents. Note to self, clean vehicle. So in the back here I've got just a water jug for cooking, showers, whatever. I actually have a portable toilet here, which I've never used. I really just bring it kind of for requirements sometimes, or just in case, but I've never used it. This is the brand of the camp setup, and they make these custom frames. They're cut out, pre-done for you, and you just put it together. It works pretty well. Sometimes these get a bit loose, but it does the job. I have actually cut one of the legs in the back there to fit over the wheel arch, and I probably should secure it more firmly, but haven't had a problem, so it's fine. But I think the bed setup was only about $600, maybe a couple hundred for the mattress, and I could have done it myself, but I just wasn't bothered. And it kind of shows that, you know, if you want to do it yourself, it would be super easy. If you wanted to cut all the wood and whatever, I'm sure it would take maybe a couple of weekends. I didn't want to, so I got somebody else to do it, and there's a company that does that for you. There's lots of companies that do cheap builds or cheap alternative setups if you go looking for them. So that's my cheap setup. Like I said, my whole van setup is like less than $15,000, and it shows that you can very much do this with next to no money. You don't have to do it very expensively. Like I said, it's not the most luxurious or the most comfortable setup, but it does the job. So that's the van tour. I will be sad to say goodbye to the old girl, but I will be moving on to bigger and better things. I guess, different things. I thought it'd be cool to show you a little bit of the van before I sell it, for my own memory's sake, and also just to kind of show what can be done in terms of a cheap van setup if money is an issue, or even if you just don't want to do a van build, like a really complicated one. I didn't do anything. All I had to do was take the back seats out, put the roof rack on, that was about it. I did have to put the bed together, but that took like an hour, probably. So yeah, it can be done super cheap. We've had some fun times, fun memories, and I wish I'd filmed more with the van. I wish I had taken the leap onto YouTube a little bit earlier and done a little bit more adventures on my channel with the van, but I am going to be selling the old girl, and I wanted to at least show you a few videos and give you a tour and show you what's possible with very little money in terms of putting together a van for, you know, weekend van life trips or even full-time van life. I mean, there's nothing about this van that I couldn't do full-time van life. But yeah, I will show you what I end up getting in terms of vehicle. I already know what I'm getting, but I'm not going to tell you until I put it on camera. So that's exciting. Going to do a lot of trips with said vehicle, so yeah, that's going to be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and le fouet fouet.